guys, it's Tisa, and I am here with my first design team layout for SpiegelMom Scraps. I am going to be using, I'm just going to give you a little introduction of what I'm going to be using and then what I did off camera. I may be able to show you a little bit of the process of what I did off camera, but I did try to tape it. I'm just not sure how well it turned out. So I am going to be using two of the mixes from SpiegelMom Scraps called Oh Christmas Tree and Hexalove. And I'm going to be doing a Christmas layout. So I've chosen this background paper, which is from Fa La La collection from last year. And I'm going to be doing this Christmas family photo from Christmas. And this is what I did off camera. I don't know that you can really, let's see, maybe if I show it on here. So these are just little shaker pockets that I made from the stars. And I used the Oh Christmas Tree mix for those. And that's going to add a little bit of, just a little bit of bling to this very simple layout. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and start my process, but I at least wanted to show you what mixes I was using and just show you the stars that I created using my fuse tool, which was off camera. I will get started now and you can watch the process. Okay guys, so I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you the process of making the shaker stars, but if it is a process you would like to see, leave a comment in the comments below and I will be sure to put up another video specifically for that. But I am using some letters that were in a kit for Heidi Swap, and these letters spell out believe. I'm inking them with some gold ink, and I will show you that ink pad here shortly, and then I'm going to adhere them to the page. I then did another Believe cut file, and somehow this did not get recorded, but I did it out of a velvet ribbon, and I did that on my silhouette using a Believe cut file that I had gotten free online somewhere, and I ended up cutting two layers in cardstock and one layer out of that velvet ribbon, and went ahead and adhered those all together to give them a little bit of dimension. And in the final photos, you'll see that I layer up the red velvet Believe right over top of this Believe that I'm putting down right now. Once this is done, I'm going to give you a live process on doing a chain stitch with adding sequins into that. And there is no pattern paper used on this layout except for that word Believe, which was already a pre-cut item. Okay, I am now going to show you how to create this chain stitch and incorporate sequins into your stitch. So when you're doing a chain stitch, you're going to start behind the paper and you're going to come up through the hole. Can't find my hole. And then you're going to go, oops, I came up through the wrong hole. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to go back down through that same hole. Okay, hope you can see that. And I'm going to be sure to leave a loop like that. Then I'll go through, come up the next hole. And I'm going to come through that loop. And then pull it. I like to pull it down, pull it a little bit taut. Now at this point, I'm going to quick add a little bit of washi tape on the back, just to make sure I don't get that little tail tangled up in anything. So we've gone up through the hole, down through the same hole. We had a little loop. We came up through the next hole and went through the loop, and that's where we are now. Now I'm going to add my sequin. Which one did I want to add? This one. I am just going to pull my sequin down there. And again, I'm going to go through that sequin again, going through the same hole again, being sure to leave a loop, come back up through the next hole. You're going to go through that loop again and pull it down. Now, you don't have to add a sequin to every loop, but that is what I have been doing, so I'm going to continue that. So I'm going to add another sequin here. This one's a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit more challenging getting all of this floss through there, but it can be done. So I'm going to thread that on. I'm going to go back through the same hole again. Now this, because it's so small, I'm going to use my little pliers here and help me to pull it through. There we go. Now, you can get on a roll, but you have to be very careful not to pull this loop all the way through. So I'm going to leave a loop again. I'm going to come through the next hole below. I like to make sure that loop is like untwisted. It makes it less bulky of a stitch. I'm going to go through that loop. Oops. Got my star caught. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull that down again. I'm going to add on another sequin. Pull that down like so. Go back through that same sequin again. Pull it behind. Use my pliers again. Okay. Again, don't pull the loop all the way through. And then I'm going to come up through that loop again and pull, and I'm going to add one more sequin, and then I'm going to be done with this row. So again, I'm going to go down through the same hole of the sequin. There we go. Pull it so that the loop is still there. Come up through the next hole and pull it through. And that is going to be the end of my chain stitch for this row. And I'm just going to poke a hole back through and then tie it off in the back. So this is what it turned out like. That's a little short one. And I love the detail that it adds and the sparkle that it gives. And of course, those sequins are not going anywhere because they are all sewn in there. So I will be right back with the rest of my process of basically adding my photo, and we'll finish up there. All right, now the last part of my layout, I'm simply going to be placing my photo. I originally intended on putting the photo in the middle of the layout with another stitch to the left, but after I finished what I had done, I really liked the photo offset a bit, so that's where I end up placing it. And I'm not going to use any pattern paper to back it, and I'm just going to leave it as is. I do add an additional part of the title that says "It in Him," and I played around with placement of that. I kind of thought about putting it down lower on the page, but in the end I end up putting it up closer to the "Believe" because I felt like it just felt more cohesive that way. And then that was it. I hope you enjoyed this layout. Here's some still shots for you. And I did one other thing is I added a little bit of that velvet ribbon to the bottom of the page. I kind of cut a little strip off the bottom and added that red to the bottom, and I really like how that brings the red down to the bottom of the page. Thanks so much, and here's my code, TISA15, if you want to visit SpiegelMom Scraps and purchase some sequins. Have a great day. Bye.